I never imagined that marriage would feel so lonely in the beginning. She was everything I'd ever wanted: attentive, playful, affectionate. We shared passion, connection, and dreams for the future. Our wedding wasn't just a celebration. It was the culmination of years of believing we were made for each other. But somewhere along the way, something changed. At first, it was subtle. A headache here, a long day there. I'd reach out to hold her, and she'd gently turn away. I told myself it was nothing. Life gets busy, stress takes over. But then, it became a pattern. Every night, I tried to be close, and every night, she either made an excuse or pretended to be asleep. I didn't want to push her. I respected her space, but deep down, it started to chip away at something inside me. I wasn't chasing lust. I was craving intimacy, connection. I wanted to feel like her husband again. I began to notice how she spent every evening on her phone, scrolling endlessly. If I walked into the room, she'd quickly lower the brightness as though she were hiding something, but I didn't want to be that paranoid, insecure husband. I told myself it was all in my head. Still, I tried. I bought flowers, made dinner, offered to help with whatever I could. Anything to make her feel at ease. But it didn't matter. Her eyes would glaze over when I spoke, like I was just background noise. After 3 months of this, something inside me snapped. One night, I entered our bedroom to find her curled up under the blankets with her back turned to me. As usual, I stood there, silently. I didn't ask how her day went. I didn't try to cuddle. I just turned around and walked out. That night, I slept on the couch, not out of anger, but out of quiet resignation. The next morning, she didn't even ask why. She acted as though nothing had happened. And maybe that was what hurt the most. So, I made a decision. I stopped trying. No more thoughtful gestures. No more asking if she was okay. I stopped texting her during the day. I stopped asking when she'd be home. I started waking up early, leaving the house without a word, and coming back later and later. I ate alone, watched shows alone, and slept alone. At first, she didn't seem to notice, but a week later, she started asking, "Are you okay?" I nodded, went back to reading, and didn't say more. She waited for me to say something else. I didn't. A few days later, she sent me a message during the day. "Miss you today. How's work?" I stared at the screen for a moment, then put my phone down, choosing silence. That evening, she cooked dinner for the first time in weeks. She set the table for 2 and waited for me to sit. I thanked her, ate in silence, and then went upstairs. She followed me. "I feel like something's wrong between us," she said, her voice trembling in a way I hadn't heard since we were dating. I looked at her and quietly replied, "I've felt that way for a long time." She didn't speak, just stood there, the panic in her eyes growing. The next day, she sent me a long message full of apologies, regrets, and promises. She said she hadn't realized how far apart we had drifted until I stopped trying. She begged me not to give up on us. That night, she waited for me in bed, sitting up, vulnerable, not curled away as usual. "I miss us," she whispered. "I know I pushed you away. I didn't even realize how much until I felt what it was like to be ignored by you." There was a part of me that wanted to fall back into her arms, to believe we could just pick up where we left off. But I had been hurting in silence for too long. I told her I needed time, not just to forgive her, but to figure out whether I could trust her with my heart again. Because love, once neglected, doesn't bounce back easily. It recoils, it remembers the cold, it guards itself. She cried that night, but I didn't comfort her, not because I didn't want to, but because I needed her to feel the weight of the emptiness I had been carrying for months. And she did. She began doing all the things I used to do, reaching out, complimenting me, touching me gently as I passed her in the hallway. She asked about my day and waited for me to respond. She even started therapy on her own. She was desperate to fix what she had neglected for so long. But I didn't rush back in. I had learned something important. If someone only realizes your worth once you stop trying, then maybe they never truly saw you in the first place. So now, I take my time. I still sleep in the guest room some nights. I don't say I love you just because it's a routine. I say it only when I mean it. Because love isn't just words, it's showing up. It's reaching out. It's making the person beside you feel wanted, not tolerated. She rejected me every single night. So I walked away in the only way I could silently. Now she's the one trying not to lose me.